Hi, welcome to Mamas and Manny's. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and share this with another mama that is looking for some summer fun to enhance her summer days. But before we get started, as always, we are going to jump into the episode with a motivational quote. This week's motivational quote is yellow butterflies look like flowers flying through the warm summer air. And that's from Andrea Willis. She is a singer. I was trying to see what kind of, I don't know. It says she's an American singer. It doesn't say what genre, but she's a singer. Again, that quote says, yellow butterflies look like flowers flying through warm summer air. And I think that's actually a good quote. When you see butterflies, especially when all the flowers are in bloom, they just kind of blend in seamlessly, making such a pretty environment, or just kind of like a picturesque, I can't say that word, picturesque setting for you to look at. That's one of the great things about summer. Blooms, butterflies, bees, all those great things. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. This week's mama time is going to be days 25 to 29 of our 100 days of self-care. These days are going to round out your week. Day 25 is go fishing. And fishing is great, especially if you have like a quick place you can go to around your house, like somewhere maybe that's 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes away, depending on where you live at. That's just some great fun. See if you can go to your local sporting goods store or like your big box stores and grab some fishing rods. There at the location, I'm sure you'll be able to get some worms for bait. Or I'm trying to think, have we ever seen anybody fishing with like, oh no, because fish like stuff to be alive, right? They don't like anything that's not moving. That's the better thing. Yeah, I was about to say, get something else, but you want something that's moving. So that's why the worms are the best thing to do. If you don't like putting worms on the hook, like I don't sometimes I will, sometimes I don't. Last time we went, I did not. I let my husband do that, but I have in the past, very seldom. And I think my girls, when we went fishing, they also did not want to put worms on the bait. If you live in Metro Atlanta, on like near the airport, you can go to Sweetwater Park. That's not too far from the city. They have a beautiful lake, trails, and other things that you can do, but fishing you can do. My husband took my girls in May and they went fishing. They caught some really small fish, probably about the size of my hand, maybe a little bit bigger. So they threw them all back because they were smaller. Next, day 26 is plant a garden. Now, I am not an outside person. If you're like me and you're not an outside person, you may want to do something like inside the house, maybe things like mint, thyme, basil. You can do those kind of like on your windowsill in the kitchen. That way you can have somewhat of a garden, but you can still stay inside. Now, if you're an outdoorsy person, get you and your kids, plant a garden. My husband has been planting a garden, I think, since 2020. And this year we have tomatoes, other type of beans, carrots. He does sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving. When I make my sweet potato pie, I actually use the sweet potatoes that were growing in the garden. So a garden is really good, especially if you kind of plan and see what is good for your region, for your temperature. That way you'll have like the best opportunity to actually grow something. You don't want to grow something that's not going to grow well or thrive well in your particular environment or location. So do a little bit of research, go grab the seeds. You can go to like Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, grab you some seeds, dig you up some dirt. If you don't have any dirt, or if you don't want to do like a big garden, you can do raised beds. Those work out good too. Starting out, and of course, pots, like getting different size of pots, those are great ways to start off too. So that was day 26, plant a garden. Day 27, have a backyard barbecue. You can do a backyard barbecue with just your immediate family. You guys go out to the back, hot dogs, hamburgers. If you don't want to cook any sides, maybe you can do like a green salad, throw some tomatoes in, maybe get a cucumber, cut it up, or you can just buy sides from the store. I love Publix red potato salad. I think it tastes great. See what other type of sides they have that you can do, that you can pick up, grab home, put them in another bowl, look like they were homemade, but not really. That's your backyard barbecue for day 27. Day 28 is play miniature golf. Depending on where you're at, it may be extremely hot. If it is really hot, maybe your miniature golf location is open earlier in the morning. That way you can go ahead and get out before the heat really picks up, or you may have to wait till later in the afternoon, like 7 or evening, I should say, like 7 or 8 o'clock. That way it is not so hot, because most miniature golf is outside. If you can find an inside miniature golf course, that is great, because that keeps you out of that heat, especially this summer heat, because it is hot and humidity can really play a major part in your outdoor outings. Day 29, visit a playground. Now, this one definitely is for kids. I don't want you going to a playground if you don't have your kids. That looks a little suspicious. So make sure for day 29, you actually have your kids when you're visiting a playground. Look for, like, do a Google search, figure out what is a great playground that has a lot of different activities for your kids to do. Do they have monkey bars, big slides, smaller slides? Do they have a merry-go-round? So just different things that your kids can actually enjoy. I think visiting a playground is great. If you have like a swing set in your backyard, that's also a great idea. If you're not able to actually get in the car and go somewhere, that's a great alternative. Again, days 25 through 29 are go fishing, day 25. Day 26, plant a garden with your kids. Day 27, have a backyard barbecue. Day 28, play miniature golf. If you can, try to get somewhere that's inside. If you have to go outside for miniature golf, make sure it's early in the morning or later in the afternoon. Day 29, visit a playground. So those are days 25 through 29. Just some ideas to get you and your family out and about, or maybe even if it's just you, these are some things you can do on your own. Probably on this list, like I said, you don't want to just go to a playground without a child. It can end up looking suspicious. So those are just a few great ideas. Remember to hit the like button, like us, hit the bell for notifications, share this with another mama. Leave feedback. Let us know what days have you already done during our 100 days of fun self-care. I would love to hear them. If you have done one of the days 25 to 29, let us know, even if it's not during this week. Like, we went fishing for Father's Day. My husband always plants a garden. We had a backyard barbecue this past Sunday. So just think of some things if you've already done them. If you have not done them for the summer, go ahead, get you some plans together. That way you can go out and enjoy yourself. And we would love to hear that feedback. Everything on social media, Mommas and Mannies. That way you can communicate with us. We can open up our lines of communication. And remember, Mama, me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week. Happy fun.